Yeah, got the lucky candle now. So, no.
All right, all right.
All right. I'm not exactly sure where we were at, but just kind of getting back to. But we're good. We're gonna roll. Okay. So yeah, like you were saying, you're saying a little bit about like your trip to Honduras and kind of the things that can come up in life that you have to address and
Right.
everything. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Right. It's just kind of it's just a different journey than it was last year, where I was just like hustle, hustle, hustle.
Hmm.
And this year it's more like I'm willing to take my time.
Hmm.
And making sure that it is the right branding, and that it's professional.
Hmm.
And I'm okay with like taking my time this year.
Hmm. And I think we can guilt trip ourselves sometimes when we're not don't feel like we're doing something as fast as we should or whatever. And I will say though, like you're obviously further ahead in the process than I am, as I'm like trying to figure stuff out. And like, oh, I'm finally doing some of the or trying to do some of the stuff I've wanted to do forever and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so what all like I guess since last time have you done in any of like the is it like the guest chef type stuff or how would you describe what would you call that, I guess, like.
Yeah, like pop-ups and things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess since last time I have done a couple of really fun things,
Hmm.
that you know I I think for to me were really important to kind of just show what my brand is about more.
Hmm.
And one of them was doing a foraging dinner or lunch, actually, with this forager that I have been following for a long time, and I just reached out and um, saw if anyone wanted to collaborate, and he reached out to me, and it was a lot of fun, and it was challenging because I wanted to make a dish that represents me and my cuisine, but also, you're incorporating all these forage things.
Hmm.
And so it was so much fun. And yeah, I want people to realize that, to me, the ingredients, and the story behind them are just as important, as the brand or whatever. And so, focusing on local produced things and local ingredients and then forage ingredients is a big part of what I want, my brand to be.
Hmm.
And so that was a really fun event. Um,
I don't even know where you start. Like I like with like going out and looking at stuff, I would just be like, I think I can eat this, like Sip and I've been watching Alone, and we're just like
oh
we
yeah.
see these people like getting like stuff off of rocks and the ground, whatever. And I'm just like, I would be dead day one because I'd eat the wrong thing. But
That's so funny. I'm always like talking to people like, how long would I last on
right.
this? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can last about a week. Like
Yeah.
I can fish, I can find
Hmm.
mushrooms, I can find berries, but
Right.
definitely foraging is like a lifelong learning experience. And
Mm.
at first when I started like just learning the basics or whatever, and I'm still just learning the basics. That was like
Hmm.
5 years ago. And like I still feel like I don't know anything,
Hmm.
it's just crazy. Like lately I've been focusing on I just want to learn how to identify trees, because that's one of the best ways to
Hmm.
find things. And I'm like, this is a whole other world. I didn't
Right.
know there was so many freaking trees. You
Yeah.
just look at the tree and you're
No.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Another one. Yeah. Another.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
now you gotta look at the shape of the leaf. You look at the
Hmm.
bark, and all that. And yeah, it's
So that
definitely a big part of my world.
does that kind of tell you then what could be growing around there if you know
Yes,
what you. Ah, okay.
correct. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to mushrooms. Like
Mm-hmm.
mushrooms tend to have, symbiotic relationships with certain trees. So
Mm-hmm.
like if you need to get familiar with identifying elms if you want to find just
Oh
it,
wow,
yeah, yeah. It's
that's cool.
an important part. Like the first year or so, all I did was just stumble around, and I
Mm-hmm.
got lucky once or twice.
Right.
Um, but yeah, no, and it gives you an appreciation for food that you just can't match.
Mm-hmm.
there's something about picking something with your own hands and searching for it. And,
Mhm.
the closer you get to the ground and stuff, you realize there's a whole other world living down
Mhm.
there. You know?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
kind of a session.
so I mean, like you're in Columbus, so like,
Mhm.
are you where are you going? I guess it's there's areas around Columbus. Are you leaving the city or is it in the city?
Oh
You
yeah.
can, yeah. There's
Well,
not like
what's
parks.
funny? Yeah, right. Like, no, what's funny is that people think you have to go so far
Mhm.
somewhere to forage, and
Right.
the truth is, like, you can forage so many things, like in just metropolitan like neighborhoods, you know.
Mhm.
But if you want to find like unique mushrooms and stuff like that, I didn't realize until I started foraging how many
Mhm.
state parks and state forests there are in Ohio,
Right.
Um, but it's definitely given me, as much as I hate Ohio, it like it has given
Mhm.
me an appreciation for it
Mhm.
that I didn't have, growing up,
Right.
especially when you get to southern Ohio, it's just beautiful down
Mhm.
there. Um, which and that's kind of where I tend to go is state parks that are south of Columbus.
Mhm.
But
You get into
yeah,
those rolling hills, and
oh yeah,
it is beautiful down there, like towards Cincinnati, Kentucky, kind of like.
yeah, that
Mhm.
Hocking Hills area. I
Yeah.
always just thought, oh, it's just Hocking Hills, but
Mhm.
like 3 or 4 state parks that are right beside each other
Oh,
down.
wow.
And they're huge.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never been, but yeah, I've seen nice photos, and they got some crazy Airbnbs and whatnot. But you can be right there and just go looking for your food, right there.
Yeah, that would be the dream.
That's cool. Hey, cool.
uh,
Yeah.
but I want to go. I want to go out west and go foraging because
Mm,
y'all have all kinds of different things out there too. So
right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the desert. I don't know what you'd be able to find out here, but like, yeah,
oh,
Colorado,
you'd
Montana.
be,
Oh
you'd
yeah.
be amazed.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but um, that is what I'm definitely planning on doing tomorrow because it rained all week and now it's going to be warm and the sun's shining, and that's generally when mushrooms just pop
Oh
up.
wow, that's cool.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you have to check out check out your story and stuff. Maybe you'll post them on there if you find some. Maybe this
You
will be up
know it.
before. We'll see. um, um, yeah. So like, you're saying with the foraging, like, is that something you just met through like a connection you just made online, or is that something you knew in person?
Yeah, just a connection I made online. I
Mm-hmm.
follow a lot of local foragers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just liked, his perspective and all that. And actually it
Mm-hmm.
was really awesome because I got to go on the foraging class,
Oh
with
wow,
everyone else, and then I served lunch at the end of the class.
that's awesome.
So yeah, so I got to learn a lot from him, and I really appreciate like his passion of he's really passionate about conservation,
Mm-hmm.
and how to do it in an ethical and an indigenous way,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like him. Yeah,
That's
it was fun
awesome.
to collaborate with him.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
that's great content right there, like for your.
yeah.
I would watch a joy vlog or like day in the life of foraging. That's so cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's cool. Um yeah, it's what is I mean, you have like the perfect personality for like speaking to people, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I envy that sometimes. Like I'm okay like one on one, but obviously like right now I'm hyper aware that people might watch this, maybe our parents, but but it's just like I feel like, especially if you're kind of getting out of, and I feel like I've had to, I was just talking to Sip about this, but like kind of acknowledge the fact, okay, I think maybe sometimes obviously with the change in this last year or so, I don't know why my camera's moving, it's crazy, but in this last year of the change, moving out here, and obviously like starting with no really not really a circle other than obviously our families out here, but in terms of connections and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like I kind of, and partly out of necessity to like so that she could do her what she's doing and stuff. I feel like I went more insular, and kind of acknowledging, okay, I gotta get myself out of that and get more, meeting people and connecting with people and stuff. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know how much of it is like maybe it's a little bit of a stereotype, but like of especially like the older generation, and then you combine that with our parents' background and everything of like acknowledging that type of stuff sometimes. Like, no, you're kind of maybe you're in a spot. Maybe you should just recognize that and then like work out of that, you know. And obviously, like,
Fine. Everything's fine.
yeah, it's
Everything's fine.
fine. You just keep moving. It's fine. I don't, it's like this fear of being, it's kind of soft, whatever. But like, it is real though. You have to acknowledge sometimes and get
Yeah.
yourself out of it.
Yeah.
What what is something that I mean, something like myself that is like, okay, this is something that I did to get out of a rut, or I don't know if you ever been there or whatever, but like a rut or like get yourself outside of, you know, put yourself
Yeah.
out there, I guess.
It's funny that you say that about like becoming insular because I feel
Mhm.
like this winter I kind of did that.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's okay to do that. I'm like, I was a little hard on myself about it. I was like, you're not making enough content, you're not,
Mhm.
just reaching out to people and talking to people and stuff. But I was like, well, maybe you're just not ready for it yet, like
Mhm.
maybe you're working through some things, maybe that's okay.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, it was a good test of my patience too, because I was like, y- you can't force yourself to be something you're not.
Right.
Um,
Mm.
and I was like, it's okay, just wait until you feel ready to put yourself out there again.
Mhm.
You want to be in a right place to do that.
Mhm.
Um, but so yeah, I guess like I don't really like try to pull myself out of it that much,
Mhm.
I just kind of turn more inward and I'm like, okay, why am I being this way? Like, is
Kinda
there
s
something I need
Mhm.
to work on, to get that confidence back?
Mhm.
And yeah, and I'm not really, I know people think it's so funny. People think that I'm such a social person. And it's like, not really. Like I love connecting with people one on one and stuff.
Mhm.
Obviously, if I'm talking about something I'm passionate about,
Mhm.
I'm not too intimidated about talking about it in front of other people. But
Right.
I still, but once I get on a roll, like me personally, once I get
Mhm.
on a roll, I could talk about a subject forever.
Mhm.
But yeah, sometimes it's just okay to. I kept telling myself it's okay to not
Mhm.
be joy right
Right,
now.
right. Mhm.
Um, but but also we have different personalities.
Mhm.
That's you might just like that's there might be some things that you need to do to pull that out of yourself.
Mhm.
Because naturally, or that's what they say anyways. I think
Right.
you're pretty good at talking to people and stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I like, um, I think, like, if I know you and if I'm not on camera or if I'm if I'm not like in a crowd of people or whatever, it's different. And even I guess in that maybe it has more to do with like if I think of previous times, if I had to like if something's going on, okay, got to get this, got to get past this, whatever. I guess. Well, I think sometimes literally getting out there and moving around and
yeah,
that helps a lot. Maybe like get a little more active or whatever. But
listen,
then
yeah,
yeah. And then I think the other part is like the more obviously the more like doing stuff will also breed confidence, you know what I mean? Like where it's like
yeah.
so
Like a random conversation with a stranger.
mhm.
I had a great conversation with the Chinese cashier at the Asian supermarket. She
Oh
was telling
nice.
this like Chinese holiday and stuff, and
Mhm.
that was like the first person I talked to all day.
Right.
And I don't know, like even
Mhm.
just like that little interaction, like
Mhm.
it's spontaneous. It kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone, a little bit.
Mhm.
For me, anyways, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to steal that from a big company, but you just gotta do it. You know, what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
um,
exactly. And just
yeah.
little I think sometimes, like, for me, I get overwhelmed because I just think, like, "Oh my god, there's so much to do."
Hmm.
I'm just not a huge fan of networking, you know?
Yeah.
I have my services and speak for themselves, you know, but
Hmm.
you have to, you know, you have to talk to people and
Hmm.
um and for me it's not so much about talking to people, but now it's about having the confidence to be like, yes, I am
Hmm.
a business owner. Like that
Hmm.
feels weird to me. Like it feels safer to be like, it's just a fun little side thing, you
Right.
know.
Right.
So
But
that's
that's
where like uh, uh,
hmm
that having fear or whatever is
yeah. That's awesome though, because I feel like I mean, this isn't a business, you know what I mean? It's not, you know, it's at this point. I
yeah,
mean, if I dream, I'm like, oh yeah, like this could be something eventually that, you know, but or maybe through this a connection who, you know, etc. But um yeah, it feels like, you know, when you talk to people, sometimes most people are super supportive. Oh, that's cool, or at least, you know, they'll say that or whatever. But um yeah, it's obviously kind of like definitely viewed as like, oh, it's just this little thing, which it is right now, you know. But you're at that spot where here's a product, you know, it feels very tangible, and this, which is so
right.
cool though, you know. Like I,
Yeah, it is.
hmm
It is cool, um, but also really scary
hmm
because, you know, I thought
yeah,
I was good at failing, but it doesn't feel good to fail, you know.
well,
Um,
yeah,
but that's okay. Like, you know, that's why I want to do things slowly, you know.
hmm
I would love to be able to, in a year or two, you know, be able
hmm
to have a full-time business. But I just definitely feel like last year there were certain things in my life that kind of pushed me to kind of like pull the trigger on things, and it wasn't the right time, you know.
hmm
And like it was just a bit of a hustle, you know, instead of a
hmm
good like business plan and stuff. So I mean, I'm not too like scared about it, but
hmm
you know, I definitely this summer I'd like to get that website out, and then I want to contact a few people about doing just a couple of like food booths, you know, just promote my business. And yeah, just less trying to hustle on Instagram and more official business is
like
basically,
actually, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we you can get caught up in the image of it
Feed,
online, and then
no,
yeah,
you gotta feed that algorithm.
right, right. It's
And
annoying because like you kind of have to do it, but this, like, it's almost like the real world has to be going first, and then this is like that needs to follow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to think, you know, I think social media is a great tool,
Hmm.
but I'm not gonna be an Instagram personality. Like that's
Hmm.
just not who I am, you know.
Hmm.
I just don't think that's ever gonna be me. Like I guess you know I know
Hmm.
people all the time like you should have a YouTube page and blah blah blah. And like, I don't think that's ever gonna be me, you
Hmm.
know. Um,
I mean, I could definitely see you doing it. Obviously, like in terms of like you know, you could do great, I think. But if it's something that you're,
you see
yeah.
how much I'm struggling just to connect to do a podcast. Like maybe if somebody else filmed me, then it might work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's, I mean, who knows? Like, maybe that'd be the better thing, right? Is if there was somebody in Columbus who's like, hey, like I want to be a videographer, or I am, or whatever, and
Yeah,
I'll follow you around. I'll create the show. You just do your thing, and then I'll
yeah,
follow you. You know, like
yeah.
that
Well,
might
I
be a
mean,
better.
I need someone that I can guilt into doing that for me, you know, like someone I'm dating or something, you know,
There you
like
go.
me around with a camera.
Yeah.
I definitely at some point I would like to
Hmm.
have professionally filmed stuff, you know, and
Hmm.
photograph stuff, you know, for a website and all that.
Hmm.
And I know there's all kinds of freelance videographers around town that I could hit
Hmm.
up. Um, but yeah,
You.
I mean, some of it is necessary, but I see some of these personalities online that I'm like, you literally made a career, you know, obviously out
Hmm.
of personality. And I'm like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, I
It's
can.
so much work, and
Hmm.
it's you have to maintain the exact same persona all the
Hmm.
time. Oh, like,
Like if you're having a bad day, like,
yeah,
if your followers aren't comfortable with you being honest, it's like, no, you gotta be, what's up, guys? Like and subscribe.
yeah.
Like, uh,
So it's kind of funny. There's this local chefy type forager guy, and his personality is over the top, you know,
uh,
online. And
uh,
I was like, oh my God, this guy, he's always doing like close-up camera zooms of his girl, blah, 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 blah. And then
that's
I
so
met
funny.
farmers market, have a mutual connection, and I met
Uh-huh.
him at farmers market, quietest guy, so chill and
No
stuff.
way.
And like nothing wrong, with any of that.
No.
It's just it kind of like really hit me. I was like, oh wow, you really have to be on, when you're
Uh-huh.
yeah. A quiet personality is just not gonna,
Hmm.
be popular.
You're not like stopping somebody in their scroll, like necessarily.
Yeah.
Um, I think that'll definitely like if you're gonna create a personality online, I feel like you're better off just being you though. Like even if you are that quiet person, just be you because some people don't want
Right.
that loud. And then
Right.
you don't have to fake, being yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. If you don't
I
like
mean,
it, cool.
thankfully, I don't have to fake being loud. I'm naturally loud.
Hey, I say excited, you know what I mean? Like I,
Yeah.
yeah.
People that it's funny because like obviously I'm a really big personality at my job, and
Mm.
I don't think about it. But then sometimes my coworkers will be like, "We just love you're very vivacious." Someone said to me.
Like thanks.
Okay, okay, that's a polite way of saying I'm really loud.
Like I'm gonna add that to my bio, Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
Uh,
Yeah.
so as far as you like,
Mhm,
I know that you're doing this podcast, but I
mhm,
know like last time we talked, you said you were trying to get like videography
mhm,
clients, maybe build like some kind of side business or gig with
mhm.
that. Have you had any
Yeah,
success? Have you had? I know your life has been really busy and crazy with things happening, your family and stuff. But
yeah. So, one thing about, like, this whole or the idea of the series is definitely, like, keeping yourself or myself accountable, whatever, individually, like, "Hey, this is what I said I'm gonna do," and then, but this first half or, yeah, almost half of the year has just been, like, chaotic and but it's like I don't like it because it's not there's people who are going through worse things than that. So it feels like an excuse to be like, oh, like I was busy or my kids were doing this or whatever. And so I definitely didn't get done everything I want, like by any measure. And I got a couple in terms of the podcast, I got a couple episodes out. Um, one, two, something like that. And I was aiming for six, and so obviously I was a big swing and a miss. But I had one person cancel on an interview. And I was just like, I think that was just like the first time that somebody actually canceled, like where it's like and so I was like, like dang it. And I kind of let that get in the way of just like reaching out to like getting the next one booked right away.
mhm.
But I did reach out to a couple other people who said yes. I just got to get that stuff scheduled. And I think this summer, that's I just gonna have to. We're going out to Ohio actually in a couple weeks, but I'm taking some gear with me. I'm hoping to squeeze in like one or two while we're out there, but that's maybe that I'm
Yeah,
getting. I'm not promising anything for while I'm out there. Um, but yeah, in terms of the other stuff, like the annoying part is like I know that there's markets out here for that type of stuff, and actually like just the other week, somebody's like, oh, you should do like film quinceañeras and stuff like that because there's so many. Go like weekend there's like multiple going on because of the area that we're in,
yeah,
and so it's just like I think a big part of it of me like getting hung up this quarter also was something that's kind of haunted me for for a long time, which is like the well, two things. One is I allow myself to fall into the mistake of if I only had that one next piece of equipment or I only had this next thing, then I would could do it, and then the other thing is like wanting everything to be perfect and big before you start, but it's like me wanting to be in shape right now without starting. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to start doing the thing before I get the thing, what your goal. And so I did actually get some more equipment though. But I got some microphones. I think it's partially justified, but it's partially BS because like I could have reached out to somebody and just done the filming. And then in my head, I'm like, well, but if I want a real estate person to do a tour, a walkthrough, I want them to have a microphone on clipped on. And so like I allowed that to get into my head. And then I allowed myself to go buy those things then. Which have been super cool.
I can't hear you.
Oh, my fault. How long has
There
it
we
been out? Did it just go out right now?
Yeah,
Okay,
just a
okay. I accidentally hit my mute button. My fault.
oh,
um, but yeah, so I've one thing I have done. I guess if I want to give myself a couple brownie points, is like I've actually like I it was actually really fun. Like so, like Liliana, she had a little school um recital type thing, and it was at the Civic Center here in town. And so I actually like I mic'd her up just to like test it out, and also because I'm obsessed with my kids. So so then it was just like really cool. Like one, it was an excuse to try it, and like I fully feel confident now. Like, well, I'm at the place where I'm like, okay, I can approach somebody and offer them a service even though I don't have everything that I need, or would like to have. But like I have a microphone and I have a camera. Like there, I feel like I'm pretty damn like in a good spot. So I don't know. I don't have an excuse anymore, and not that I'm not saying I did before, but like I definitely don't have an excuse at this point to not reach out to clients at this point. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I didn't do shit this last quarter, really. Like not the way I wanted to.
I didn't even
And
hear.
hey, you I give you props. You did several of the I completely blank on like the chef stuff, like the open.
I know, but like I was just laughing earlier today because I was thinking about the goals that we set or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did none of them.
yeah.
Like it. I mean, not that I'm not being active about certain
Hmm.
things, but not those specific goals. I'm like, how did
Right.
that? I was like, oh, I'm gonna get into creative writing. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, it's just I'm having a hard time creatively right now,
Hmm.
and that's gonna change. Like as
Hmm.
soon there's something about being out in nature that just stimulates my
Right.
creativity like else.
Hmm.
Um, and so like and it definitely got a little inspired when we went to Honduras and stuff. But I think I can't just like pick up writing. Like I haven't
Hmm.
done it, as a actual like discipline practice or whatever.
Hmm.
You know, and also I'm just like yeah, like you said, like I want it to be perfect before I do, put it out there. And then I'm like, Joy, just whatever you have, just put it out there.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I'm like, I didn't do that. I've
Hmm.
started to look into professionally bottling my hot sauce, but that's more of a long-term goal. So
Hmm.
by the end of this year thing, that's great.
That's
Um,
that's awesome.
right.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, I've been kind of like trying to follow some local hot sauce brands and just do a little snooping and investigating, like
Yeah.
where they package their stuff and blah blah
Hmm.
blah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, that would be a huge thing.
Hmm.
Professionally bottled and labeled and all that shit.
Hmm.
But
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's yeah.
there's so much I want to do, but I think as of right now, like it just I don't know, like the last couple of months, I was like, okay, you want to look professional, get
Hmm.
that web. Like,
Yeah.
um, so that's what I've been focusing on like the last
Mhm.
few weeks, is just what I want on that
Mhm.
website. Um,
Well,
and
and
it's hard because I just kind of want to do so much at once, and I keep
mhm.
finding myself to keep it simple,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say with the website and stuff, that'll give you like writing copy for that, like your bio and all that stuff. That'll be a start of writing, and like you said, kind of ease into it, and yeah, yeah. And I think it's okay too, like again, not to give myself a pass, but but like um for anybody who's in, I mean, even if you're doing a business or a creative project or whatever it is, like sometimes you have to adjust the aim or what the focus is because if I go back to when I was managing the coffee shop for a few years there, it was like you think you're going to get certain things done, and then you know you have 30 people there, so an employee, oh, like I need to talk to you because da 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 da, and not to diminish it, but like it takes you away from your focus, and that might not get done, but you just got to prioritize. And the problem is that I didn't have enough prioritization this last time to actually do stuff. Like there's things I could have done for sure, so I'm not giving myself that out. But yeah, sometimes you have to adjust and pivot,
Yeah.
as they say.
If you get too rigid in your goals, then you're just going to be so mad at yourself when, you don't stick to the exact plan.
Mhm,
Um, but yeah, I mean,
mhm,
I'm not giving myself a hard time about it. And there's just so many other things in life that have
mhm,
started to come up that I want now that
mhm,
I'm like, as much as like it felt like starting this business was kind of my baby for a while,
mhm.
and now I'm like, well, I think I actually kind of want a real baby. So,
So that's another thing. Well,
hey,
yeah. Mhm.
obviously that takes a little planning.
Right, right.
So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. My biggest desire has almost kind of been like replaced, if that makes sense.
Mhm,
Um, doesn't mean that I'm not passionate about starting a business, but
mhm,
now, okay,
mhm,
so how are you gonna afford a baby? How are you gonna,
mhm. Right. And 2
all
things can be true,
you
like
know, yeah,
mhm,
exactly. Like it's just become, yeah, not more
mhm,
complicated, but it's just my life goals have expanded,
mhm.
um, and it feels good, it
Yeah.
feels good to like, have a balance of, life and work.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, if you're too you want both, right? You want life is dynamic, and you want to have be passionate when you're at work, whether you're like running that business from the home or wherever you're from, like if you have an office, whatever it is, and you want to have these life goals that pop up outside of work, so that's
Right. Like, okay,
awesome.
kind of like you get to the point where you're like, okay, so why do I want this stuff? Who am I
Hmm.
going to share this knowledge with?
Hmm.
And I think that's kind of just been popping up more lately. Like,
Hmm.
okay, I have all these big goals, but who am I going to share this with?
Yeah.
That's become important to me now.
Hmm.
So I think that is factoring into how I look at building a business.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this what's I'm trying to remember what his name is. There's a podcast. I haven't listened to it for quite a while, but I think it's called Entrepreneur on Fire, and he used to have, well, I'll talk about him in a bit here, but he had this thing where he said like a lot of the entrepreneurs he interviewed and stuff, it's like after that first kid, or it seemed like after a kid, a lot of times all of a sudden the entrepreneur's like, oh, I gotta do this, you know what I mean, like, or I have to make this happen, and
Yeah.
or even like around that time, it gave that extra fire or motivation that's bigger than just whatever, like, not that, yeah, just the
Right.
business, yeah,
Yeah. No, I
yeah,
can see that. I can see that for sure.
mhm, Yeah.
It's more serious. It feels like I could imagine that once you
Mhm.
have a kid, it just feels more serious. But then also you're just more motivated because it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm doing this, thing to share with the person that I love, that I'm
Mhm.
raising. Like, yeah, yeah.
Aw. Well, I can see it if that baby's not in like a little pepper outfit or some costume at some point, a little hot sauce bottle.
My little tamale.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. So tell me, yeah, tell me about Honduras. I saw you. I mean, obviously, I saw it's a little family time, but the photos with the family members, and I saw you made a tia reinas a chicken and all that stuff. So that how was that?
Yeah, that was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
It 25 years, a lot has
Mhm.
changed, including me,
Mhm.
and so and then also, you factor in, when you're used to being very independent, very solo,
Mhm.
including traveling, it was a little bit of an adjustment,
Yeah.
to people,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, like it was honestly like I was like, don't get yourself set up for like high expectations when it comes to like feeling, emotionally connected again to the place and stuff.
Mhm.
But it just was so natural. Like I
Mhm.
just like it just felt like home. Like I felt like I could be myself there.
Mhm.
Um and honestly, things hadn't changed that much, like, in the
Really?
area we grew up in. Like, as far as, like, I was like, "Oh, I wanna be able to see my mountains. I want the lifestyle to still be a certain way," you know? And all those things don't change, you know? I hope
Mhm.
they don't change, you know? Um, and yeah, and just, like, hanging out with, Tia Reina and all her kids, like, that just made me wanna have kids even more.
Right.
Like, they're just such an amazing family,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was, and for me, like at first, I felt a little awkward talking Spanish full time, like that
Mhm.
was different. Um, but I was like, man, give me a couple more weeks down here, and I'd be back to
Right.
normal. Was it? Yeah. And yeah, there's something like waking up every morning and just seeing those mountains in my backyard. I
Mhm.
Like, yeah, no, I need this full time. At
Oh,
some point I'm
yeah.
living. Um, yeah, it was special. And then like all the food moments, obviously, are just
Mhm.
so. Um, it's awesome. Like we're both Irias, and it's just so awesome to me. I think that
Mhm.
everyone in our family is just obsessed with food.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
and that's down there too. Like
Mhm.
it's about food and family. And
So
yeah,
then
we just
everybody comes together, drinking
every
coffee. Yeah.
every morning we
Mhm.
would go down to Reina's house to have
Oh.
coffee or iced tea,
Mhm.
and then slowly we'd figure out what we're gonna do for the day, and then where we were gonna go for dinner, and
Aw. Uh.
it was it was great going,
Mhm.
and I just kind of like was like, this was a different trip because it was the first time in
Right.
25. There was a lot of reconnecting and all that happening.
Mhm.
But I'd like to go back next year and just be a little bit more focused and actually get out and do some
Mhm.
sightseeing, do some culinary research. But yeah, I missed it. As soon as we came back, I started crying. I was
Aw.
like,
Yeah.
I yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely. I mean, if we hit some goals and stuff, I think both of us would like to be able to live down there like a couple months out of the year. You know what I mean? Would we
Yeah,
live down there
yeah.
full time? Probably not, but like 2 or 3
Right.
months would be amazing. Like out of each year.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
And like, I think it'd be great. Like our family, keeps talking about like it'd be awesome to, build a house down there so that
Right.
our any member of our family has a place to stay,
Hmm.
for a few months out of the year if they want.
Mhm.
Of course, we got into an argument about where we're gonna buy the family property.
So, what was your vote?
Or in the boonies, it's possible. That's what I want to be in nature, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad's looking at property like around the colony and stuff, and it's
Mm,
expensive, you know,
yeah.
like
It's almost
because
like the
it,
States, yeah.
yeah, it's just spreading, you know, yeah, the
Mhm.
town spreading so much, so you really have to go all the way up into the hills to get a good deal, you know.
Wow.
I just want to have my house up in the mountains with my
Mhm.
horse, and that's it.
Yeah. You can go out there and just do your thing, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and it's been like, I mean, well, it's been 16 years, I think, since I've been down there, so I'm just like, "Oh, man," like, yeah, I gotta get back down there and kind of even if I would go down and then have or even Sip and I, and then eventually bring the kids down or something, that'd be cool, but cool.
It's just
Yeah.
I know not everyone that grew up like we did or whatever feels
Mhm.
the same way, but I have always like felt like a little bit like I don't belong wherever I'm at, you know.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
you know, it's just you're just like, I
Yeah.
don't know. From Ohio. I've lived in Ohio my
Right.
whole life from here.
Mhm.
Um, and you kind of forget how it feels like to like belong, you know.
Mhm.
Like you just
Yeah.
feel like everyone literally is speaking your language and
Mhm.
and it's, you know, there's something about going back to where you spent like your most important formative years, you know.
Mm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I definitely brought up like some old emotions and things, you
Mhm.
know. Um,
Yeah, and
but
you how old were you when we moved up? Because you would have been obviously older than I was pretty young when we
I
moved up here.
19 when we moved up here.
Oh,
So,
wow.
you know, yeah, I spent all of my childhood
Mhm.
pretty much down there, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, going back was it was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, this is where I grew up. And it was
Mhm.
also you reconnect with that child part of you, you know.
Mhm.
Like, man, I remember all the dreams I had when I was a little kid, you know,
Yeah.
like such big dreams. Oh man, I was gonna be a millionaire by the time I was 20.
Oh, man. Yeah. I definitely said that a few times to people. Like, "I'm gonna do this," and I'm
You know.
yeah. Man, yeah.
But
You got
yeah,
me.
you definitely go back and see Tia Reina.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
like, you know, it wasn't just like reconnecting with like my Tio Marcos and then like
Mhm.
having him make a tortilla press for me. Like,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
God, I cried when I saw that. Like I was like, are
Mhm.
you serious? Like I
That's
got to
awesome.
his wood, you know, his woodworking shop. I went down there to check it
Mhm.
out while he was making it and stuff. Yeah, you know, like we didn't go on a lot of huge adventures. You know, the one
Mhm.
day we went to go see where dad was born and all that. That was
Oh,
really,
that's
fun.
awesome.
But it was mostly just things like that, like just small moments with family and stuff. It was
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, I feel like our family used to go down more frequently, like, when we were younger, and whether they're driving, like, semis down or we go down or whatever, and, um, sometimes it was like you kinda wanna go to the coast and you wanna go to these other things, Kopang or whatever,
Yeah,
and I still wanna do those things, but, like, I can see how after such a long period of time, just go back, hang out with family, reconnect, and then maybe the second or third trip, okay, we're gonna go out and explore again or whatever, and go
yeah,
to yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's just no way we would have been able to fit any type of like exploration type of trip. Huh.
Mhm.
You know how it is. My dad is a celebrity.
Yep, gotta stop, talk to everybody. That's
Oh,
I'm so glad y'all made it, especially after everything he went through and everything,
yeah,
so
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. I mean, I definitely was last minute decision.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I just really wanted to go with my parents, and
Mhm.
wasn't quite sure I wanted to go that soon. I was
Right.
envisioning end of this year or something.
Mhm.
And but then I was like, you know what, Joy, like these moments don't come up very often, you
Mhm.
know. Um, and it was really special to see how happy everyone was to see dad,
Mhm.
like healthy and
Mhm.
everyone, yeah.
That's
Good
awesome.
grief, my parents know everybody.
Well, the crazy part too is like even our mom's side has people down there. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Right. Yeah. It was just like everyone was,
hmm,
for dinner, come over for dinner, that's just what
right,
we do here.
wow,
And they couldn't fit everyone in because there was
right,
too many people.
hmm,
And but yeah, it was special to see. Like definitely a certain side of my dad came out who went down
hmm,
there, his old wonder side. It was funny.
yeah. It'd be really cool. This is kind of random, but um, I mean, what was it like? Early 2000s, both of our families went down. If like a bunch of us went down, even if we're not like doing the whole caravan thing, but we're all down there
Yeah,
in the area to do
yeah,
a like almost like a celebration, like with everybody, and because you can't go to see everybody, and just
I,
just have a big feast and everybody hang out,
yeah,
um,
right. Yeah, that was kind of the thing too. We were like, okay, next time we might plan it out a little bit better so that
hmm,
um, it's not so much going from here to there to
hmm,
all different places. But yeah, I mean, honestly, there was just no avoiding it. Like
yeah,
it was going to be that kind of trip.
hmm.
And it was okay. Eventually, when I convinced my dad that I can drive in Guaymaca, everything was okay.
What is Guaymaca like? Is it quite a bit bigger now, or is it kind of seem the same, or?
Definitely expanded.
Hmm,
It's not necessarily any more modern or anything. It's
hmm,
just grown. But the thing that everyone is worried about down there is that there are so many people on motorcycles down there now. Uh,
oof, yeah,
yeah, and they're just zooming by you, through traffic and stuff. So you have to, just be
hmm,
aware of surroundings. But I was like, I'm fine, like I live in a city, Dad, I'm
hmm.
fine. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's
Yeah.
about He's like, they follow traffic laws, I think. You obviously haven't downtown Columbus, Dad.
Hey,
Uh,
I keep seeing cars in walls like in Columbus.
it's an epidemic, bro. It's an epidemic.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, I love driving down there. Like it's
mhm.
just kind of I told Kevin a couple times, I was like, you just gotta remember this is the wild, wild west. You gotta drive like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tegucigalpa I wouldn't do, I don't think, but Guaymaca I'd probably
I
drive.
do Tegus either, just because
Yeah,
I'm not with my surroundings. But
yeah,
yeah, Guaymaca was fine.
hmm,
But
yeah,
yeah, it was yeah, it's different in some ways. Like,
hmm,
literally everyone has a cell phone and yeah, instead of bicycles, now it's just all motorcycles.
mm,
Uh, and so I was kind of surprised at the amount, like the
hmm.
volume of motorcycles, but
Oh wow.
like dense, like
Hmm,
in a place like that, you can just whip around anywhere.
hmm. Cheaper than a car, probably,
Yeah,
and like,
right.
hmm, interesting.
But
Yeah,
in
I
the end,
yeah. One of these times I'll make it down there again. We'll see. uh, so, um, do you have anything going on this summer in terms of anything that that's planned out in terms of uh, anything
uh,
projects or?
projects or stuff.
Hmm,
I think right now it's just the website.
hmm,
And like I said, I do want to reach out to a few more people. I've reached out to one or two people about possibly doing a pop up.
hmm,
Um, but I don't want to do something like that until I actually have, something in place to promote, like,
hmm,
business cards, branding.
hmm,
But yeah, just probably just little
hmm.
events here
Cool.
in
Yeah,
the summer.
I need to make business cards too, and I started designing, and I'm just like, like I don't, I like what all that put on there, like stuff. I mean, it seems simple, but also like I feel like
Yeah, saying that business cards are super. they're not effective really, you know. Like
Yeah, it's
who keeps a business card in there, if someone gives it to you,
yeah.
But it does just make it look
Hmm.
professional.
Especially at an event, they can, if they're interested, they're gonna grab one. It's
Yeah, right.
maybe different.
Either a business card or a menu with my logo on it, something like
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
and then just like hand out samples of the menu. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'll see what I can get booked this summer.
Yeah, that's awesome. Trying
About
to
you?
think. Well, actually contact people for real this time. And so, yeah, we'll be in Ohio for 2 weeks in June. So I don't know if you'll be around in the area or not, but if you are,
Maybe
yeah,
I'll see passing or something.
yeah. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm gonna take my stuff. If I can pull off like a little interview, in-person interview with somebody, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
But I also don't want to like sacrifice family time while we're out there because it's 2 weeks to see everybody. So,
yeah.
but yeah, we'll see what can happen. But then yeah, outside of that, hopefully get a couple. I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna say one client in this summer yet for this
Uh,
quarter. So let's see if I can get at least one person. Obviously, it's technically we've got a month left in this quarter, so we'll try and get something booked at the beginning of the next quarter. That way, we can have more time to actually put goals out there. But I'd love to do at least one or two virtual calls because I can do that quicker, and stuff, and um do that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna put it at that for now. I think if I can reach out to some people and then do the interviews too. So we'll see what happens. uh, but
you had a lot going on in your life the last couple months, so
yeah.
give you a break.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully I'll have some more to share and stuff on the next one. And then we'll see who all's still involved or whatever. Yeah. um but yeah, we'll try to think, is there anything I'm missing or anything that you wanted to say, any thoughts? What's something with you're obsessed with right now? Like something, it can be anything. It can be a new artist, it can be a show, it can be food, whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is foraging. I'm obsessed with foraging,
Mhm.
but so I'm looking for porcini mushrooms, which is something that is kind of like the holy grail or whatever around
Hmm.
here. So I'm obsessed with porcini mushrooms.
That's awesome.
um, but trying to think if there's like something else outside of this world that I am obsessed with. Um, yeah. The one thing I'm obsessed with is I'm gonna get a dog in the next month or two.
Are
So
you really?
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I
That's
know.
exciting.
I'm like,
Uh,
a dog, a baby. Let's start with a dog.
yeah, sorry, the dog. Oh, I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with getting a dog. Dogs
Yeah,
are just positive vibes.
exactly. So I've
Yeah.
been trying to figure out how to find the right fit for me because living in an apartment complex where
Mm.
there's dogs. I learned the hard way last time that you have to really consider that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah,
Cool.
like, okay, I'm ready now. I'm good
Hmm.
now. Like, I have a great life schedule and everything. So I'm like,
Hmm.
let's get a dog.
That's exciting. Well, I look forward to seeing your pup.
That's definitely gonna be my obsession as soon as I get
Hmm.
it.
Well, you could probably take him foraging too, right? Maybe, I don't
Yeah,
know. Go walking
definitely.
around.
That's something I'm keeping in mind is I want
Hmm.
a dog that can go on hikes and stuff with
Hmm.
me. Um, that's always fun. But
Awesome. Um, Something I'm obsessed with. I actually didn't. I thought I love this question because I feel like it changes every once in a while, but I didn't think about it that very much. um, 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 right now, like I've saved so many random like I can't think of any names, but like random artists. I get ads on Instagram for like singers, different kind of like musicians basically. I constantly get those on Instagram, and it's probably because I'm like constantly saving them. Like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna go back and check, and then I end up with like hundreds of saved artists or followed. Like I follow like way more people, and most of them are probably like I'm a random rapper from wherever
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's something that I've for a while, and I've just been like, oh, like I've always loved finding new music or new songs or artists, whatever. And then I feel like the internet just allowed anybody to create music, and some of it is really cool. And so that's been cool. So I'm hoping to maybe I can make some connections like with them, and if I could get to the point where it's worth it for them to come on and like promote, that would be really cool. Especially like the smaller artists who need an audience and stuff. So, but that's
What's
my
can you think of one particular artist that you're really into right now, or?
I'm trying. I'd have to pull my Instagram up right now. I'll go through phases where I'll look them up and I'll find them and I'll put them on Spotify if they're on there.
Mhm.
Um, this isn't necessarily an artist that like the only one I can think of right now is actually off of TikTok, and he's what he does is he's one of those like live streamers. So he's actually from Colorado. He probably showed it to me because he's proximity and stuff. But he's from somewhere southern Colorado, and he does like freestyles where he's on TikTok live, and he does put out original music. I don't know if I've ever heard his original music because I just see him like on lives and stuff. And he's one of those guys where like you'll type in a word, and as he's going on the beat, he'll incorporate
Uh,
it. And but he just seems, what I like about him is just like super positive guy. Like no, some of them can be super corny. I feel like he's just like
yeah,
positive vibes. He's this positive guy, and
yeah.
what I love about it too is he treats it like a job, like legitimately. Like he's posted his schedule where he's like, I'm live from this time to this time, and then he'll be like lunch, and it's blocked off real strategic.
Oh,
And
wow.
he's like, I do it for a living, that's what he does. Because I've asked him before, what else do you do? And he's like, oh, you know. And so he'll like go to schools now, and he'll do it for the kids, and the kids will throw out a word.
Yeah.
So he does it like I said, like some of them I feel like are super corny, but just like he just got like he's one of those people where you see them and you're like, this is a good person. Like I hope they do well. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
gives me that vibe. And so that's somebody who I think his name. Let me look up his name so I can actually say his name on here. I think he literally is. I'm having trouble finding it right now. I think it's like Tony Rap or something like that. But he has like a way he does it, whatever. But yeah, that's the guy on TikTok, and yeah, so that's a random one, but it's not original music. Even though he does have some, but yeah,
Yeah.
long winded, but yeah.
No,
uh,
I this is something that you can cut out of this or whatever. But
okay,
one one thing I miss about my ex is she did all the hard work to finding musicians for me, underground musicians. I get so
right,
stressed trying to find new music, but then
yeah,
I also so stressed out listening to the same boring music
yeah.
over again.
I'm the same way. I can trim that out for you, but
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Um,
yeah.
but one artist that I'm kind of obsessed with, or was for quite a while after we
Mhm.
came back from Honduras, is I don't know if you saw on the news that literally the day before we flew back, there was an airplane that flew off the island of Roatang and they crashed like right as they're
Yeah. Mhm.
and there was this Garifuna musical artist on
Oh,
there and
okay.
passed away, but it made me look up his music, and then I
Mhm.
just started looking up a lot of like Garifuna artists and
Mhm.
stuff. And like a little bit about the culture and how unique it
Mm-hmm.
is. And the music is the same too. It's
Right.
very um so his name's Aurelio Martinez, and I don't speak Garifuna, so I don't know what he's saying, but
Um.
it's such beautiful, like relaxing type of music.
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. So
This is where I gotta have it where I can pull up the screen. I'm gonna have it ready next time so we can, if we wanted to
just pull
feature
it up.
some like, yeah. So I'll
Yeah,
have it ready next time. We can,
yeah.
if we get obsessed with something by next episode, like, hey, I want to show this guy or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll pull him up. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you for doing this, Joy. I know that's it's been a process to get everything
I
sorted and
know.
whatnot. So I
Um,
appreciate it.
no worries. I just always feel bad because I'm like, I know half of it is on my end, but I don't know what
Well,
I'm doing.
no, no, no. It's. I think like the more I do it, to going back to what we said before, the more you do it, the more it'll be like, oh, this is probably what it is, and I'm still kind of
Yeah.
learning some of it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't realize that it was this many. I don't know why. I guess I don't
uh-huh,
think about it. I just watch podcasts,
uh-huh,
like or listen to podcasts.
right,
I didn't realize how much goes into recording a podcast, but
yeah,
I
yeah. It's. I mean, I will say like I'm sure there's like. Let's say that again.
said I just got to show up. I'm tired.
Hey,
You have a lot of work.
no, I appreciate you showing up because otherwise I wouldn't have somebody to talk to, and it's hard to do like solo episodes where you just like talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll get it down and we'll have the next episode and hopefully July sometime, and we'll stay in touch, whatever. But yeah, so
All right.
all right, well. Good luck with everything, and I look forward to seeing what's next. And yeah,
Hopefully, I'll get to see you if you come out to when you come out to Ohio. We'll
for
see you
sure.
once.
Okay, I'll text you the dates and then you'll know. And then if you pop in the area, then let me know. So,
All right.
all right, have a good weekend. See you.